Yes, I'd be happy to. My name is Olivia. I prefer Olive. It's nice to see all these interested people in this course. It has really been shifting the way that I think about business, and it's something that I've definitely been seeking for a while. I just kind of came to a point in my life where I realized that I had acquired a lot of really amazing skills. I am a farmer. I also went to school to study environmental biology and science. I also am involved in community organizing. And for a while, I was kind of trying to figure out like how to create a business or an initiative or a project that is making an impact in my community and on a larger scale. It's economically sustainable, so meaning that it's able to break even and pay me and other folks who are involved in a salary, but also like how do we do that without destroying our world? And a lot of the, I guess, like business knowledge that's out there is currently serving the business as usual economy, which there are a lot of pros and cons. And I was looking for alternatives that I could like mix in to be able to create a business that is running well and is also actually truly making impact, versus saying like we donate like 10% of our proceeds each year. I just don't feel like that's enough. And so by making an impact for me, it looks like how can we, make an impact with the products or services, and also how can we create a company culture where people really feel supported, and we're like using language to help support one another, and transition the way that we like view work environments as collaborative versus competitive, which is also another trait of business as usual economy, which I've just struggled with a lot in my life. So that's the framework that I'm working with, and that's where I came here. How I came here is being someone who's an entrepreneur, and really passionate about being a force for good and like being a leader, and also like not realizing that I am probably not the best employee. So how can I employ myself in a way that is not extractive? So I'm currently working on two projects right now. My family, we have land that's been in our family for 130 years, and it's been relatively mismanaged, and a lot of land has been stolen from us. And ultimately, our family was driven off the land. So a part of my kind of journey is to take on the management of this timberland, and also grow different forest products like mushrooms and berries and trees. And another project that I'm working on is called the Black Farmer Fund, and it is basically a fund that we are creating for Black food businesses in New York to create and support and invest in the local Black food business ecosystem. So whether or not that's farmers, restaurants, co-ops, distributors, we want this to be a way to facilitate some reparations. We also want this to be a way to uplift and center Black folks in communities that are doing really great work and that are under-resourced. And so realizing that I wanted to do these two really like impactful and important and sacred businesses, I feel like I see often a lot of people who start out with good intentions and just kind of get like derailed because of people who come on and with investor money or pressures to break even. And so pretty much my work that I have been doing with Lyft has been like really trying to define and get super clear on the vision and like the values and the goals. And so that's where we're currently at right now in the class. And it has been very helpful because I think I have a really good understanding of like how to run a business, but it can be very overwhelming when you're also trying to make a positive impact and create a business that isn't just going to turn into something that further perpetuates the negative impacts of capitalism. So one of the things that I'm super grateful for is that Lyft shares with us like basically a lot of documents on how they have created their business. So whether or not that's I recently created a vision alignment document. That's this 8-page document of what our values are, what our mission is, what are different phases of development of our business, who do we want to involve in the business. And these are things that I kind of had a picture in my head as to how this was all going to happen, but it felt so overwhelming to put it down on paper. And I'm the type of person who needs who needs templates and who needs guidelines in order to like really sit and think out every single piece and in order to be super intentional with how I want to create my business. And so that's something that we're currently working on. And we're also currently shifting into talking about creating business culture, which is, I'm learning now, is a super, super important thing to focus on. And one of the main ways that businesses often fail is because there's a lack of intentionality into culture. There's a lack of intentionality into like setting up really good communication systems. So all that is basically to say that I'm usually the type of person who like has these ideas and goes for it. And sometimes they work and sometimes they don't, right? I mean, that's the whole point of entrepreneurship. But this course has really given me a space to really be intentional on creating a business that is going to hopefully last for a very long time and is also going to withstand any sort of potential challenges to its visions and its mission because I've gotten really clear in what that looks like. So that's currently where we are right now, and where we're heading is moving more so into talking about like strategy and talking about marketing and talking about financing, which I'm really excited to learn about like alternative ways of doing that. I think like when you think of financing your business, you automatically think of like getting loans or like selling part of your business, but there's other ways to do that. So I'm really excited to learn about that. And also different strategies and different marketing tactics that aren't super like aggressive and like buy my product. I'm really looking forward to learning about that as well. So that's what I have to say. If anyone has any questions or whatever, happy to answer.